evolving world of professional surfing, there are figures who often go unnoticed but are essential to ensuring the competition is fair and exciting. Mikel Zalakain, a passionate surfer from the Basque country, is among those key figures. His entry into this universe was unexpected, almost by chance, but his commitment has been unwavering.
By chance, at the local kids triathlon championship, a judge was absent one day and they said, "Hey, Miko, sit down. We need someone to fill in for the missing judge." So I started by chance, and the next weekend they didn't ask anymore. They just expected it. And well, from there, I proceeded to enroll in the judge training program. That's how I got started, and then, as with everything in life, it seems I was not too bad at it. I was lucky that during those times my mentor and a very motivated person in the subject of competitive surfing, Héctor Alonso, was there. Well, he was kind of from the same area where I live, and honestly, after I started taking my first steps at home with the Basque Federation, the Basque Cup, and the more local circuits, well, Aitor Aguirre-Moda, who back then I kind of saw as one of the older guys at the beach, you know? I didn't have any kind of connection with him. He called me and said, "Hey, I've heard you know how to score already and all that. I'm heading to Lacano in 2 days. Pack your bag, you're coming with me."
Judging surfing isn't just about spotting the most spectacular maneuver. It's about expertly analyzing every detail, especially in the most critical sections of the wave, and comparing performances to accurately determine which one deserves the highest score.
For someone who has never surfed in a competition to really understand it, the goal is for the athletes, the surfers, to perform high quality maneuvers or tricks in the most difficult parts of the wave. That's essentially what the judge is looking for or analyzing. And of course, judging is closely tied to comparison. What we do in the end is compare. Once you have a reference wave, all the other waves the surfers ride are compared against that one. So our job is to compare. And then, of course, once you compare, you decide which wave is better first, which one is better, and then by how much. That's basically the foundation of judging.
Although there's a sense of camaraderie at the beach, the relationship between judges and surfers is strictly professional because impartiality is the foundation of a fair and respected competition.
It's important to understand that our relationship with the athletes is strictly professional. That doesn't mean that, like this morning, Gabriel might show up at breakfast and we ask how his family or his dog is doing. Likewise, he might ask how my wife is or if I caught any waves yesterday. It's a cordial relationship. Beyond that, there's nothing more. Obviously, it wouldn't be appropriate for us to go out to dinner with surfers or to exchange opinions beyond everyday small talk. It's a normal, professional, and fairly neutral relationship.
Behind the flag that shows up in the surfer's scores is a man who takes pride in his work and understands that his presence indicates that no matter where you are from, dedication can open all doors.
Perhaps after this interview, people will finally see the face behind the flag, as many know me by the flag, right? And often when people get to know me, they say, "Okay, now I see who is behind the flag," right? When you hear the radio, you imagine the announcer in one way and suddenly you see him live and say, "Wow, I had imagined him differently." Well, I'm the person behind that flag, and so glad and proud. And if I could send one message, it would be this: don't set limits on yourself. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you really want something and you've got what it takes, you'll most likely make it.
Mikel Zalakain is proof that Basque surfing has a voice and a vote at the highest level of surfing. And for everyone who dreams of going far, his message is clear. If you want it, you can make it.